I think men should understand that when the woman is trying to fix a man, she's very often doing it with good intentions. But the result is not good. It's never good, because men feel misunderstood. They feel like they're being judged. Both feel unhappy and frustrated. So in this video, I want to talk about this from the female perspective so that also we women learn how to deal with this, because we don't always notice this in ourselves. I mean, me included. And also that men would understand why it's happening like this, why women are upset or not happy or whatever. And of course, there can be different reasons, but very often is the case that women have this very strong tendency to educate somebody, to upbring somebody. And this should actually be usually this would be children, you should educate your children, you upbring them, and you feel then happy and fulfilled as a woman. And we have this in our genes, whether we are mothers or not. It doesn't matter. So no matter if we decide to be a mother or not, we are going to have this need, this urge to help some other being become the best version of this being, of herself or himself. And very often then in the relationship, women, when they see a man, they already see the potential of the man, what he can become in the future. So the problem is that women mix those roles, that they are mothers in their nature, whether they have kids or not, and they need to educate somebody, and they should bring this energy into children. If they don't have their children, they should bring this energy in their work, in their business. In their business, they can train somebody, in their work, they can work in schools, in education and so on. There are different ways to share your wisdom as a woman, but if you start to, bring this energy into your relationship with a man, if you start to educate your man, fix your man, upbring your man, it's over. It's a disaster. This relationship will always suffer because the woman will always be unhappy, because the man is not a child. A man is a grown-up man. He doesn't need another mother. He already had one or has one, it's enough. A man comes to a relationship with a different need, he needs a female kind of nurturing, not a mother-like, but a female-like, when you are on the same level, when you have respect for the man, when you have trust that the man should know what he's doing, because a mother, she doesn't have this trust. She's more like she knows better, so she is educating. And in their relationship, if the woman brings this attitude, I know better, I have to educate him for his own sake, I want what is the best for the family or our relationship. A woman might think with best intentions, with best motivation, but this is not the energy your man needs from you. Yeah, he needs that you give him space, that you give him trust, that you give him just care and female kind of nurturing, but not mother-like again. Yeah, and this is so strong. And women then, if they have this attitude, they fall in love with an image of a man they already projected how he can become, who he can become in the future. So they don't really love the man he is, but he loves the man he can become. After the woman can fix the man and educate him and bring him up, she sees his potential, and this is a good thing to see the potential in people, absolutely. you should fall in love and embrace the man you have now, not the man you expect him to become in the future. And this is actually the reason why, if a woman wants to have a child, a man should either support her in this or let her go. And not say, okay, we are going to have a child, but in 5 years. If a woman wants to have children, she should get one as soon as possible. Otherwise, she's going to educate you instead, and you will not like it as a man. So, and in 5 years, she might not be able to have a child, to get pregnant, or to carry it. And there might be so many complications on the way. It's not so easy, So this is one of the reasons why, for the sake of the relationship, if you really care about the woman as a man and she wants children, you need to support her in this wish. Yeah. Or let her go and find another man. Be honest about it. Tell her, I don't want kids. Yeah. Then okay. Then she should find another guy. Yeah. This is a very big reason why many women are unhappy with their men, because the men don't fulfill this idea they have about the potential there is in the man is not realized yet. And she wants him to realize this potential. It's okay to think, oh, I want him to be a king, but you need to be a queen as a woman and not his mom, not a mom of the king. So give him space. Let him develop the way he wants to do it. Or maybe he just wants to be the way he is now, and maybe he doesn't have ambitions for the future, You could do something and be a good example to him, but educating your man is always a wrong way, because he will be unhappy. He will feel like limited and judged and not relaxed. And as a man, it's like the worst thing you want to have in a relationship. And you as a woman, you will always be unhappy, because he will always be some steps behind this perfect image you see in him in the future, And as the result, women, they can really hurt their men, in the way that, another thing with women is that women have this is a different thing, but all combined together, it's really bad. The thing is that we women have the ability to talk to your man the way that can actually make him feel good and support it and lift it up, Or you can talk to your man the way he will feel miserable. You put him down, And mostly all women are able to do this, because the way our speech is developed, for some reason, probably because we had to always educate children, sit by the fire for so many, centuries, or sit at home, basically, and educate children and take care of the man who comes home back from hunting and giving him the care and space. We developed the speech abilities that we can, sense the nuances and pick up the right words to really push his buttons, We really sense small differences and things that an average woman can really do it much better than an average man. And because of her abilities to pick up the right words and to intuitively know how to make him feel this or that way, because she also knows her man well, she will always win the verbal fight, the verbal fight. She will always win a discussion at home, in most of cases. And so when a man is trying to talk to his woman, he's very often met with a very strong opposition. So, and he can also be frustrated because he cannot explain to a woman, his position, because she's better in explaining hers, and she's better in twisting the words and meanings in the way that no matter what he says, she will win the verbal fight. In case men and women are not happy with each other, and one of the biggest reasons I mentioned before, why it happens, then when they start talking about it, the woman would most probably win the verbal fight. Because they go into fight, we go into fight, and we should never do that. I would advise men not to ever go into verbal fight with your woman, because it's you who's going to get hurt. Because a woman, an average woman, can do it much better than an average man. She knows what to tell you to make you feel miserable if she wants, or to make you feel good if she wants. And some women might unintentionally use this power they have to achieve her goals, whether she has good motivation, like so you become a king in her eyes, to bring up the potential in you, to educate you, because she might think this is the right thing to do. Or in some cases, there may be women also, just like men, with bad intentions, who use you, manipulate you, And in this case, they will be very good, in really make your life miserable. Yeah. If the woman has bad intentions, then you're completely, you're screwed then, because she knows how to talk to you the way you cannot even understand how she does it. And it's not about IQ, it's not about intelligence, It's something, women and men have different brains. If you didn't know, check it up. We have different brains. And the way the female brain is functioning is making her very good in communication in the family and feeling how the relationships between people and what to say in what circumstances. And this, she has this intuition and also analytical, which makes her such a good and better communicator at home, at least. And also women talk a lot, and they talk very often. I mean, I'm not very talkative, but even I can feel this power and this strength in me that if I know a man very well, doesn't matter what kind of relationship I have with him, even if he's just a friend or a relative or a loving partner, I know what to say, even though I'm really bad at communicating, my communication, my speech was always like a trouble for me. Like even now, finding the right words is always a tough thing for me, and doing it in a foreign language makes it not easier. But even I can feel this power and this ability to talk to a man I know well in the way that he will feel either very good or very bad. Yeah. So because women have this power, you men, don't try to compete on, this is not your territory. Don't go into a verbal fight with your woman. It's as stupid as to go to a physical fight, as a woman go into a physical fight with her man. Average woman go into a physical fight with an average man. It's stupid, yeah? And the man would not even, participate in this fight because it's below his league, And actually a woman, if she's aware of the way she can talk to her man, if she's aware and she has good intentions, she should not use this power against her man. It's just not fair. So we as women, if we are mature and we care about our man, we should not use this power against him. We should use this power to communicate with him in the way that he feels good and he feels understood, and he should be understood, And we need to give him space to be a man and to be masculine, So yes, I think those two things I wanted to point out in this video. Of course, there are many other reasons, but I think those two topics, I kind of mixed it up in one video, because actually I was requested to make this video from men. I made a video about feminism and my thoughts on it, and there were not one guy actually, just one of you asked me to talk about why women hurt men. Do they do it intentionally, And also then I get a response from another guy who reacted to the same thing in that video. Maybe I'll link this video in a few minutes at the end of this video, so you can check it out if you haven't seen it. But there I said that women can hurt men and men just shut down and shut up, because you asked me to talk about it, I wanted to talk about those 2 points. The fact that women have this tendency to educate men, and they should not. And you as a man should not allow your woman to educate you. You should be a man, a masculine man who knows what he is doing. And if she has this tendency, be very kind, but let her know that no, and try to give her space to realize this deep wish in her to educate somebody into her children or her social activity or her project or her business or whatever she's doing. Give her space so she has something in life where she can realize this potential in her to be a good educator or something. If you talk with her and this talk looks like a fight, you should also not go into this fight as a man. So as a man, you should not allow your woman to educate you, and you should not go into verbal fight with her. Avoid verbal fight. If she's in a bad mood for some reason, and we women, we have some days when we are in bad mood, for whatever reason, maybe some hormone reason, not to forget, this is a huge thing. So maybe we can skip the conversation for another day when the woman has a better attitude, And if you can see as a man that she is really not in the mood, you can always, give her a reason why you have to go now. For some reason, you need to walk the dog because the dog needs to go out, or you need to do something, You can always find the reason why. And of course, it needs a lot of control from the man. Emotional control, not to go into verbal fight, because she knows how to make you mad if she wants. So not to allow her to make you mad. That's a big thing for you guys. Because if she wants to mess with you, you will be in trouble. So you should not mess with your woman in the first place. Okay, I really hope, and I hope women, you understand it's not talking bad about you. I have the same thing. I'm exactly like you. I have this tendency that I need to educate, and so on. Somehow, it's like a little bit like parents who grow up and their children are already grown up, but the parents are still trying to educate them, And the children, the grown-up children, they're like, come on, I'm grown up. You don't have to educate me anymore. Maybe I should, care about you now because you need it more. Yeah. It's like we have some roles in us, and there are some situations where it fits and some relationships when it doesn't fit or doesn't fit anymore. And again, we women, we should, it's our blessing, it's our quality to be able to upgrade, to educate. This, we have been doing it for so many years. So we are still doing it, and it's great. It's our strength, but we shouldn't put it towards our man. And also we should not use our abilities given to us to create a great atmosphere in the family and communicate with all members of the family so that it works as a family. It's our role. We should not use this power against our man, because this is a great quality we should use for the better. Yeah. So I'm just like that. I'm also a woman, and I have those qualities, just like you. So, but when you know that you have some power, you should, or some quality or any kind of gift, you should use it for the better of the humankind and not, yeah. So I think this could also help women, and women also let me know what you think, I really hope this maybe also helps some women in their relationship. But of course I have a very mature audience here, and maybe, I want to hear, if you have a completely different opinion, let me know. I'm very open to hear a different opinion, we are here for an exchange, and it's a grown-up community here. I have a lot of Gen X baby boomers and some mature millennials, It's a grown-up talk here, and I hope you like it. If you're new, I'm just saying, I hope it helps. Also, I hope it helps to those guys who requested this from me, And also let me know in the comments if this was not enough, if there was something else you wanted to know, And if this was helpful, or maybe I should talk more about something else, let me know. I always want to hear from you what you want me to talk about, because very often when you do, it turns out to be an important conversation, because this channel is for such mature conversations. Maybe conversations that usually don't take place, because nowadays it's very often men attacking women, women attacking men. But I want to help people, to be more understood and to be less lonely and to have more clarity, because this world is becoming a more lonely place than it used to be, for sure. So I think it's good to bring our efforts together to make this world actually a better place, where men and women can also, be happy and be less lonely and feel understood, because we are different. Let's not ignore it. We are different. Let's add to this conversation, so we women and men, that we don't hurt each other, because both are hurting. Women are hurting, men are hurting. And I will talk more about this on this channel also, because in today's world of superficial connections and lack of real intimacy and so on, I think we need to talk about things which make us more connected to each other, actually, as men and women, and as humans in general. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments what you think. I'm really curious.